Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to those of you that are new. This is another full moon reading, and it is a full moon that is another one in Aquarius. Now this is a blue full moon. A blue full moon only means that it is the third full moon in a season, okay? So the fact that it's in Aquarius again for the second time, the reason for that is that there are 30 degrees in each sign, and the last full moon in Aquarius took place in the very early degrees of Aquarius at 1 degree. So this month it takes place at the very end of the sign, which is at 29 degrees. So with this full moon, the key energies of the moon are opportunity, you only live once, faith, and rarity. Now, all of my information does come from Yasmin Boland. She is the creator of the Moonology deck, by the way. She's amazing. So what she has to say about this blue full moon in Aquarius is, if there's something that you're trying to achieve, or more specifically trying to release, try again now. Do you have resistance to something in your life? Is it blocking you from achieving your goals? This full moon gives you more or less a second chance to let it go and do some forgiveness work. And there's always someone to forgive. It could be yourself, it could be someone else. It really doesn't matter. But also consider the symbolism of the Leo-Aquarius axis here, which this full moon straddles. The Leo energy is showy and bold, while the Aquarius energy is always detached and cool. Somewhere in all of our lives, we really need to find a balance between these energies. So what we're going to do now is I want to go into each of the two signs. There's only two signs I'm reading for this time because Aquarius is the full moon and Virgo is September's new moon. So I'm going to read for Aquarius and Virgo. So I want to get into splitting that up now. Hello everyone. Let's get into your specific reading now. First of all, I want to start with what house this full moon is in for you, Aquarius. And it happens to be in your first house. Now, it was in your first house last full moon as well, so you probably already are aware, if you watched that video, what the first house represents for you, okay? But I'll let you know again. It's all about you, okay? So a lot of you might be focused on other people, or other people's situations, but the full moon reminds you that you also need to focus on and take care of yourself. And rather than being such a huge giver, it's time to take. When people offer to help you with something, accept it. Say yes to it. Take care of you a little bit better than what you usually do. Now, you could also feel kind of emotional during this cycle, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that needs to be dealt with. So, meaning things that need to likely be released, okay? Now, the cards from the Moonology deck that are relevant to this point in time are going to be the same as what they were last full moon. Surrender to the divine, right? Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the true you. Be true to you. Stand in your true, authentic power. And believe in the impossible. This is a blue moon. Blue moons, like I said earlier, are all about, I think it's a third full moon. And there's usually 4 in a season. Well, this is the third one in the season, so it's called a blue moon, okay? But it's all about believing in the impossible. Okay, so now we're going to get into the actual cards for you for this. We're going to start out with the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. As usual, we're going to get 4 cards here. They're also going to give us some timing on things. Okay. Okay, your first card out. Pull my chair in a bit here. I've never had this card. That's happening a lot lately. I've had these decks for I don't know how long, and all of a sudden cards that have never come out are coming out. It's a newness. It's a It's about, for me, what it means is we're not recycling anything. This is new, brand new to us, okay? This is card 20, which breaks down to a 2, which is all about duality. It's about relationships, partnerships. And it's a waning gibbous 4. And like I said, once I get all of them out, we'll look into the timing of them. But it's about beauty. Okay, your second card. I don't know if I've had this one either. Sorry, guys. Card 27, it breaks down to a 9. This is all about tying up loose ends, putting a closure on things so that they can come to an end, because you are about to have a new beginning. This is the waning crescent 4, and it's release and perfect timing, because that's what the full moon is all about. It's about releasing everything that no longer serves a purpose in your life, letting go. The new moon is all about new beginnings, newness, right? But the full moon, it's all about letting go so that you can be open and ready for what's coming in, making room for what you really want, right? Man, I don't think I've had this one either. Card 18 breaks down to a 9. Again, this is about closure. It's about bringing things to a close so that you can start new. You have a brand new beginning coming in, Aquarius, because everything here so far, for the most part, other than beauty, that's probably what's on its way into you, because you are releasing a lot here. Waning gibbous 2, pleasure. You have some pretty nice stuff on its way to you, Aquarius, by the looks of it. This looks like the same girl, same situation, different timing, because look at the moon, but look at the background and stuff. There, if I can do this. There. Doesn't it look like the same card, same positioning, just a different timing? Which it is, because one is waning crescent and the other one is waning gibbous. Okay, so your final card now, and I haven't had this one. Card 33. 33 is an Ascended Masters card. It's not broken down. We do not break down the Ascended Masters card, so it stays a 33. It is the flower moon, and it's about blossoming, which tells me again, you've got a new beginning coming, and it's going to blossom, and it's going to be big. It's going to be beautiful. Interesting. Okay, so let's do the timing on these for you now. Okay, so let's start with the first moon that's going to take place here is the waning gibbous 2. Okay, the pleasure. That takes place August 24th. Okay. Now, the second one is obviously the waning gibbous 4, and that's going to be August 26th, and that is beauty. So you have pleasure and beauty headed your way the 24th and 26th of August, or thereabouts, okay? The next one you have in line would be the waning crescent 4, which is the release. So it's likely that you're going to experience something here on or around the 24th of August that opens your eyes to the beauty around you. Either something new is coming your way. Now we're going to draw more cards to see what this is all about, but it feels very much to me like something opens your eyes to the beauty, and it creates this feeling of pleasure, and it allows you to get to that place where you need to be just letting go, you know, surrendering to the divine like we're supposed to do at the full moon time. You're releasing because of what you envision here, or what you come to know on the 24th to the 26th, right? Now, obviously, the blossoming card is the next one to look at, but it's actually the first card because it took place May 26th. And the interesting thing about the flower moon on May 26th, it was the second of 2 supermoons. April 26th was the other one. That was the pink moon. The flower moon was a supermoon. Not only that, it was a total lunar eclipse. So I feel like the fact, now supermoon, all that means is that it's closer to the earth. So it looks bigger. It looks like a really big moon. But also being a total eclipse, when something is eclipsed, it can't be seen, right? So there was something around the end of May, around this full moon, that, how do I put this, was out of visual for you. You couldn't see it. You couldn't. It could have caused confusion for you as well, too, because there was an unknowing around it, because whatever it is they're talking about, it couldn't be seen. And I think what they're talking about is what's going to take place here. This all connects, okay? So whatever it was here that maybe seemed like something super big to you, but you couldn't quite work through it because you didn't have enough information. Guess what? That comes in towards the end of August. And it is that information that comes in that allows you to release something that needs to be released. Maybe should have been released back here at this full moon, the blossoming on May 26th. But you couldn't because, you know, and so whatever should be is. And that worked out the way it should work out, because this timing is when you were supposed to release whatever it is you're releasing. Okay, what are we using now, angels? Okay. We're now going to go into the Light Seers deck. And by the way, I keep getting people in comments asking me, how do I get to the extended, or what deck is that? You know, I don't know honestly from one reading to the next what deck you're talking about, because I change my decks out for the most part for each different set of readings that I do. For me to figure out what deck you're talking about, I'd have to go into that video and start watching it again. I don't have time to do that. You watch the video again, because I always tell you what decks I'm using as I go to them, okay? Like I said, this is Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is the Light Seers deck. Click on the title of this video. It'll drop down my description box. You'll see all the decks that I use here listed there. The extended to this video is down there as well, okay? Good. Okay, so let's get the Light Seers cards. Now, whatever this is that took place May 26th, it's going to be different for all of you, obviously, because there's so many of you watching. But it is something that needed, in my mind, needed to be released. And maybe that was the beginning of Spirit working on you releasing it. But it was never really timed for release until here. Okay? So don't beat yourself up over it. Because like I said, the timing of everything happens as it should, when it should. So this may have just been the beginning like it was supposed to be, and this is when you're releasing like you were supposed to. So on top of the Blossoming and Pleasure card, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is something that's been in the works for a while. Seven of Pentacles is all about planting the seeds and, you know, doing what you need to do to get them to grow into this beautiful plant here. You've got to get the roots going first, though. So you plant the seeds, you water it, you fertilize them, and you weed the garden, and before you know it, you've got a plant coming up through the surface. And then you have to nurture it a little bit more. But it's all about the wait, the divine timing. And that's what I said. This is all in divine timing. This is maybe when it started. It's when the seeds were planted. But the growth of it and the release of it wasn't supposed to happen until now. Okay? But it is something that's going to bring pleasure. I feel like once you release it, it opens you up for this newness that's coming in that's going to bring the pleasure. So on top of the Pleasure and the Beauty card, oh boy, Three of Cups. This is a reunion, a union, an engagement, a marriage. It's something that is so pleasurable that you want to celebrate it with friends and family. So whatever this pleasure is that's coming in, this beautiful, pleasurable gift that's coming to you, and it is a transformation. Look at the butterflies around the moon here. And look at her. She absolutely is being hit by spirit. She's glowing. The pleasure that's coming your way is, I'm hearing astronomical. And it's going to bring with it all of this beauty. It's going to make you want to celebrate. Jump up and down with joy because it's going to be that amazing. So on top of beauty and release, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords for me is a card of, I don't look at it as the sneaky card, okay? Sometimes I do get that message from Spirit, but it's rare that Spirit comes through with a message of this is all sneaky or underhanded. What it comes through to me as usually is either something that's coming in that you don't even see it coming. It just sneaks up on you, and like that, it's right there, and it's a surprise. But for me, right now for you, the message that's coming through is that this is all about plans, previous plans that have been made that didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. So it's about re-strategizing, replanning, coming up with a plan B. So maybe what this is about is releasing that original plan. You know, you planted the seeds here, but maybe they actually weren't meant to come into fruition until over here, after you release something else. Maybe this is what's not supposed to come into. You know, maybe you were focused in on someone or something that was never really meant for you. And something new is coming in, and it's going to make it easier for you to let go of plan A. Because that's what I'm getting with this for all of you. Not all of you, okay? For a lot of you. This is about plan A didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. So now you're working on strategizing for plan B, so to speak. Now that could be in business. It could be in relationships. It could be, you know, you wanted to move. Maybe where you wanted to move isn't working out and you're still moving, but plan B is where do we go now, right? See what I mean? So bottom of the deck, oh wow, overall energy, 9 of Cups. Whatever this is, it's taking you to that place of total emotional wish fulfillment. Total. This feels amazing, Aquarius. This feels absolutely amazing. And although this may feel disappointing or did feel disappointing, you're going to understand the whys of it at this point in time. This is such a beautiful, energetically, this is a beautiful reading. Okay, now we're going to get Gaia Oracle cards. Okay. So on top of the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, you have intuitive communication. 43 is the number of the card. It breaks down to a 7. This is, like I said, this is a divine number. This is all divinely orchestrated. Whatever this whole thing is for you. Silent whispers of the heart. Silent whispers is intuition. You never want to hear a scream from your intuition or your guides because that's a tower moment, right? Your intuitive guidance always comes through in silent whispers to begin with. And that's what this is all about. You're definitely being guided in a new direction toward your wish fulfillment. This could be in regards to, well, it's going to be in regards to love, because everybody's being guided to a place of love, whether it be self-love, love of the planet, love of other people, true soulmate love. We are all growing toward getting to that place where we see everything from a place of love. So this being on top, the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, this is definitely divinely guided in a direction that's going to make you want to celebrate. You're going to be so happy. Three of Cups and Seven of Swords. Plan A was probably, well, I'll get to it in a second. Lost love. Card number 35 breaks down to an 8. That's about infinity on its side. It also is about abundance. Surrender, healing, and release. And look at, it's on the release card here. This is about someone that maybe you believe to be your true soulmate. And that's Plan B, right? Plan A was that person and believing that they were your soulmate. Because the lost love is on top of the Seven of Swords, which is on top of release. You're being asked, or you were asked, to release that ideal or that person if you were in a relationship. Some of you have ended a relationship, but it was divinely guided. If you haven't ended it and you're in a relationship and you know that it's not working right, it's not right for you any longer, then this is your message, okay? But if you're in a relationship right now that's absolutely beautiful and there are no issues and you don't feel like there needs to be any changes or that you need to leave, then that is not the message for you. This could be a love of something. Like I said, maybe you had a plan to move someplace exotic or whatever, and now the place the place you wanted to move to isn't happening. So it's a dream that's lost. A love, you know, I would love to live in Thailand or Costa Rica or something like that. And if I was heading in that direction and I was stopped, then that would be a lost love, right? But it's about surrender, and that goes with this card here, surrender to the divine. This is the divine communication right here, asking you to surrender because they want to take you to that place of reunion or union where you're going to be emotionally fulfilled on a big level, Aquarius. This feels huge, absolutely huge. But yes, you either have had to release someone or something that you love, or you're about to be asked to, or you have already been asked to, and you know that that's the direction you need to go in. Now we're going to get an Island Time Wellness card. Is that our card, angels? Yes, that's our card. Okay, I kind of knew it as it landed. Just finishing up in case there's a second one, though. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. Yeah, I think some of you have been pulled out of a relationship because you've got a new one on its way in. And I think some of you are needing to be single because you have growth, you have expansion, transformation. Those always take place when we're alone, always. But also live in the moment. Try not to think about the past and what happened or worry about the future. Are we getting another card? No. Okay, that is your card. Okay, so now we're going to get a Synchronicity Oracle card. Okay, I don't take flippers, but I'm going to show you what it is. Your twin misses you. Number 13. When I created this deck, I was seeing different numbers randomly, but frequently, and I wanted to know what they meant. So whatever my guides gave me as the message behind each number, that's what I put on these cards. Number 13, I was told your twin misses you. Okay, so if you start seeing that, know that your twin misses you. Visualize what you want, because it's coming. Your dreams are about to come true, so visualize just exactly what it is you want, how you want it to come true, so that it does come in the way that you would like it to come in. Now we're going to get a Just Ask Oracle card. Financial reward coming soon. Wow. So like I said earlier, some of you, this lost love could be, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be about a person. It could be the love of a business that you wanted to start, you know, a love of a craft or something you love to do and you wanted to make it into a business and it just didn't work out. Keep in mind that it wasn't the right time. It's all divinely timed, and whatever it is, plan B. And it could be the same thing, but a different timing, right? It could be the same person, just a different timing. So keep that in mind. Okay, now we're going to get a Whispers of Love card for you. My little girl is sick again. She's laying right down beside me here in her bed. She's staring up at me. She's so cute. Okay, card number 19 breaks down to a 10, which is all about new beginnings, because that 10 breaks down. 10 is an ending, but it also breaks down to a 1. This is your new beginning. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. I think some of you either have a gift coming in, a gift from Spirit, or you are gifting someone. I feel like it's a gift to you, though. I feel like Spirit is about to gift you with something for the release of what you needed to release. But look at this one. Both of these cards, I want to show you. Look at the butterflies. They look like the same place. Just like I said, different timing, but look at the butterflies in both of them. This is a big transformation for you, Aquarius. Whatever this is, it's huge. It's going to change your life drastically. Drastically. And it is a gift. A beautiful gift from Spirit, I feel. But it could be somebody that you really care about is going to gift you with something. It could be communication, because you have communication here, but this is intuitive communication. This feels to me like, majority of this feels to me like it's all about you and Spirit, co-conspiring, co-creating. And therefore this gift is from Spirit. But it brings such beauty and pleasure. Because this, if you look at it, this all comes down to one thing. And the overall energy is your total emotional fulfillment, your wish fulfillment. Wow. Okay, I want to ask your guides and Spirit what it is that you need to do, be, think, and or feel to move through this and get to that place that Spirit wants you to get to, and what it is you need to release. So we're going to do that in the extended. That's down below in the description box. I told you in the beginning of the video how to get to that. All the decks are listed there too. So those of you that want to go over to the extended, I'll see you over there. Those of you that are not going over, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.